Hi guys. So today's video is a little bit different. I know I haven't posted in a few weeks, and this video and the next few that I post should kind of go over why that is. The main point of today's video, I'm sure you're going to see it in the title, my betta fish that I introduced you guys to a few weeks back, Dorian, he unfortunately passed away. I think it was last week, I don't remember the exact day. It's been really hectic, but essentially what happened was I did a water change. No, let me back up. So I started a few days after I filmed that video for you guys and I put that up. I noticed that he was starting to get a pretty bad algae problem, and it was like out of nowhere. And I tried a bunch of different things. I tried doing a blackout, I tried a couple other things, and nothing was working. And I couldn't find anything else to do that I personally had the experience and felt comfortable doing. So at that point I thought, alright, I'm going to try a water change. So I did a water change that was much bigger than his normal water change. And there were most likely some parameters that I did not figure in. Because I did the water change, everything was fine. I came back to check on him a couple hours later, and he had passed. And so at this point, I'm pretty disappointed in myself that I let that happen, because it's something that, with more research on my end, it's something that I feel I could have prevented. I understand because he was a fish from Walmart, he was most likely older, so he may not, and his immune system may not have been the very best. I do understand that, but I also understand that there were, after doing more research, because I am continuing to research now after this happened, of course, after doing more research I realized that this is definitely something that could have been prevented. So I'm really upset about that. I've been really disappointed about that. I'm doing a ton more research because I do plan on getting another betta fish, because I love them. They're beautiful fish. They're really interesting to watch. They're just really great pets. I love them. So I do plan on getting another one. I plan on getting a rose-tail betta. I'll show you guys a picture if this will work. Let me see if this will work. If you can see. Oh my gosh, it's too bright. There we go. Something like that. And this one will not be a Walmart fish. I am doing research on several different breeders. If you have any information on a good breeder, let me know. I would definitely appreciate it. The point is, at this point, I'm just doing more research so I can do better for my next fish, because it was really traumatizing and I was really upset with myself. I did make a note of a few points. If you see me looking down, I've got some notes. Let me see, because there are a few things that I definitely am going to be changing with my new setup, because that was the first time I ever, me personally, not me and my partner, not me and my parents, nobody, just me, went out and bought this fish and everything for him. So I made some very rookie mistakes. So a few things I'm going to be changing. For one, and this isn't a mistake necessarily, but it's just something that is going to make my life with my fish a lot easier, is I'm going to have much larger gravel. I went with like a really small gravel, and it really made water changes a pain, and it was just not as pretty to look at. So I'm going to get a much better quality substrate this time. I'm going to be getting much better water purifier, and I'm also researching much better foods for the betta, because I was using really cheap food. I'm just going to be honest. I was using, he has some cheap food, and I had like the little basic water purifier that you just put a few drops of, the little yellow bottle. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it was, when I'm looking at it now, it was really terrible. One of the biggest things that I'm going to change is I am going to get a much better filter. The filter I had to change it pretty frequently, because it came with the 10-gallon, it was like an aquarium kit, so to speak. It came with the filter, so the filter was really crap, and the whole thing sat inside of the tank, and it was a real eyesore, and my fish had to swim around it, and I felt bad because he wasn't a very strong swimmer, so he would often get caught in the current around it. I mean, he never got hurt by it or anything, but it was just really annoying. So I'm going to be getting a much better filter. I'm still doing some research on exactly which one I want, because I want to I want to do it right. Let's see. And I'm also just doing more research on like the water itself, because in my area my tap water is not great. It's just not great. So I'm going to be doing more research on how to get the best quality water for him, because I do plan on getting a male, because I just think they're, in my experience and from videos I've watched and researched, they just seem more exciting to watch. They're just a lot more active. They do a lot more. Let's see. So I think that was pretty much all I wanted to cover. I do plan on just changing up my whole setup. From the video that you guys saw, it's going to be completely different. I mean, the tank itself is going to be the same, completely cleaned out, of course, but almost everything else is going to be completely different. I think that's about it for what I want to cover on this. I had a lot of videos planned, but then that happened and a whole bunch of other stuff has happened. So I'm going to continue to update you guys in another video in the next few days. But I think that's where I'm going to leave this one. Again, if you do have any tips on like caring for bettas, or if you know any good breeders, definitely let me know in the comments. In the meantime, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.